Yo! Yo! I loaded the wrong video. Dude, I just went out. And it was dark out. And I tried to do a time lapse while filming my feet. I just picked up 2 monsters. This is the Tuesday Monster. Yeah. Okay, you know what's awesome? You know what's awesome? Royalty-free music, which you don't get from me very often. What was I listening to? I'm about to play it. Malibu from American Gladiators will be in the Blood Hunter movie. Pretty cool, pretty cool. Malibu from American Gladiators will be on the Blood Hunter movie. Yes, yes. Where's the royalty-free music? Oksana Bayul destroyed Nancy Kerrigan. Oh, you like my hat? Thank you. Remember, everybody wears a jacket in San Francisco. Bro, it's cold here. I got my winter hat on. I'm scrolling through my watch history. Kevin MacLeod, Clash once. Cheers. Did that whole first monster already. 10:37. Yeah, it is. You hear my music? Come on now, subscribe, hit the bell, show the channel some love. Hey Dory, we made it! 1540. Dory, where's Dory? Put her to sleep. You can take the joy. Now you have no joy. Take my joy back. Dory's favorite song ended. Royalty free. Dory and vibe with Dory, you know what I'm saying? Put Dory away. Dory, get out of here. Be gone. Skank. I missed the plow. Plow. That's my name. In 15 minutes, the radio will tell me all the scores. Are you working on your score? KCAL News just posted today's look at this.
Well, in the 1800s, Southern California was mostly dominated by sheep and cattle ranches that span tens of thousands of acres.
In tonight's look at this, our Desmond Shaw
Look
is
at this.
over a home from that bygone era.
Well, take a look at this home near the LA County Fairgrounds. This is the Palomares Adobe, and it's a home that has stood for almost 175 years here in Pomona. The property date.
Your 175-year home has got to go. Buildings like that been exploding. One gas leak. Your flammable roof. The older the home, the less people that should be living in it. Talking about my house is 150 years old. What the fuck's wrong with you? You ain't got no fucking money. Bro, you living in a house that costs like $1. $1 house. That's how much a house was like 150 years ago.
Back to the Mexican Rancho period. It was finished in 1854 for Don Ignacio Palomares and his wife Concepcion. Along with Ricardo Vejar, Palomares was the co-owner of the Rancho San Jose, which spanned from modern-day Covina and Azusa to Pomona and Claremont. And this was the second, much larger home he lived in to oversee his ranch. The first was the aptly named La Casa Primera, or First House, not far from here, which we have looked at before. That much smaller home dates back to 1837. He built this home as his fortunes and family expanded over the years. His first home had 5 rooms, but this one had 13, spread across 2 wings in a T configuration with a nice little courtyard. The Pomona Historical Society says the home represents the many changes that were happening across California at the time. Traditional adobe mud brick was used for the walls, but newly...
Fuck July. I hate July. July is the hardest month of the year. I mean, June's cool. June is cool. Ain't nobody got a problem with June.
Available milled lumber lumber was used for the floors and ceilings. And this home was described as the heart of the Rancho San Jose. The Palomares family raised 5 children here and commanded thousands of acres of sheep and cattle ranching. The LA Times says the property was also used as an overnight stagecoach stop as the midway point for traders going between San Bernardino and Los Angeles. The family sold goods to weary travelers and welcomed them into their living room. But sadly, the family's fortunes changed in the 1860s as drought devastated the ranch and smallpox claimed the lives of 3 of the Palomares
We lost
children.
all the value in our home in the 1860s. Bro, I'm still looking at it. They still got your house on the news, bro. Talking about, oh, we lost the money 180 years ago.
Don Ignacio passed away in 1864. The home was left to rot the elements from the
Left
1880s
to
into the
rot.
Great Depression before the city of Pomona bought the terribly rundown property in 1934. And with the help of the Pomona
And they did
Historical
nothing with
Society
it.
and the New Deal Works Project Administration, the home was lovingly and faithfully restored, and in 1940 it opened as a museum dedicated to
They spent all this time going around it. It's just a waste of money. You could have just been going right through that property.
life during the Rancho period. And you can come take a tour of the home, pomonahistorical.org, for more info on tours and to read more about their amazing work restoring
Come
the
look at their
Palomares
old ass
adobe.
dirt. There might be some crack rocks in the dirt, guys. Man, California must be crack rocks because you can't keep your eyes off of it. Damn. "12 minutes until the radio tells me all the scores. With a 50% battery kicking out 29 frames per second. I gave blood today at the doctor. I got a pinprick. You can't see it. Right there. I got on the scale at the doctor. 190 pounds. My identification is out of... I'm going to the hospital tomorrow to get my picture taken. They have a nice cafeteria. I'm gonna get pay for money, pay for food at the hospital. But yeah. Get guests, you know. Had a horrible hot dog last time I was there. They were renovating the Cincinnati VA when I was there. They put in the restaurant. If you drink a whole 2 liter of Mountain Dew, that's like the same caffeine in a single can of Monster. There's what? Maybe 16 grams or 13 milligrams of caffeine in an 8-ounce can of Mountain Dew. The problem isn't that people drink soda. The problem is that soda isn't potent enough. The problem with soda is the amount you have to drink. Because chugging 2 Monsters ain't shit to me. I used to chug a fucking 2 liter every goddamn day at like after school. We'd always have at least 10 2 liters in the house. And then we started getting crazy amounts of Lipton Brisk Iced Tea, which is just chuggable. It's even smoother than soda. It just doesn't have the caffeine requirement. Coffee in my culture, only my mom and my sister drank that shit. They didn't even let me sip it. They were like, "Oh no, Ted doesn't need coffee. Ted has too much energy already." Everybody judges Ted by the outside. Because I'm not a Superman, all right? There, I admit it. At the 19-minute and 42 seconds mark, I have 8 minutes until the radio tells me what's up. Still got that music in my head. This Hulk Hogan news, don't really care. All Hogan ever did was say, oh God, every time he gets hurt. That's all he ever does. So, but hooray for Hogan, because that's the scam. That's the fucking scam. You're never supposed to do anything except pray to God. Hogan is hurt. Pray to God. I pray to God. Hulk Hogan is hurt. What is the God care about what Hulk Hogan? Hulk Hogan has his own relationship with his money and his God. And the storyline is that Hogan is crying God again. Because you hit him with a chair, he's gonna cry, oh God. If he's in the hospital, he's oh God, oh God, oh God. Hulk oh God. Is that his fucking name? Hulk oh God? Hulk oh God? The Hannibal is doing Hogan news. My radio is not plugged in. Scheiße. Scheiße. Comes from Hamburg. They're claiming West German. East Pakistan, baby. Today I dropped $26. 27 after tax. Meow. Where's Mr. Meow Meow? Commercial. It's crippling. It had to be preserved. Like my legacy, I gotta preserve it. If you're a victim, there's more of us. Now we got the real noise.
Raiders. This is The Herd with Colin Cowherd. Wow, weekdays at noon Eastern, 9 a.m. Pacific. Dan Patrick. You ready? Yay! Dan Patrick. Always saying the right things. Here's my thought process with this. If I had abs, just think about it. And always asking the right questions. You don't have to answer it. I have to ask the question. It's the Dan Patrick Show. I want publicity. Doing radio the only way he knows how. Listen, weekdays at 9 a.m. Eastern, 6 a.m. Pacific, right here. Fox Sports Radio. To find FS1 on your television, go to foxsports.com for details. FS1. FS1. It's 95.7 The Game, KTMC-FM and HD1 San Francisco. Odyssey Station. And here's what you need to know. NBA MVP Shai Gilgeous-Alexander agreed to a 4-year Supermax extension worth $285 million. The Milwaukee Bucks are waiving Damian Lillard to sign free agent center Miles Turner from the Pacers. In the WNBA, the Commissioner's Cup final went to Indiana 74-59 at Minnesota. Even though Caitlin Clark is still out with a groin injury, Coco Gauff lost her first-round match at Wimbledon. To baseball, the Dodgers' Shohei Ohtani hit his 30th home run in a 6-1 win over the White Sox. Arizona 8-2 over the Giants, who lost 7 of 8. Kansas City got a win at Seattle 6-3. Houston held on 6-5 at Colorado. The Rockies' record now 19-66. Victories for the Cubs and Texas. The Angels scored 4 in the 8th to win 4-0 at Atlanta. The A's won in 10 innings, 4-3 at Tampa Bay. Rainouts at Philadelphia, Washington, and at the Mets. I'm Steve DeSager. Okay, let's get started. Ben Maller saying this. Now it blows. Saying that. Genetic code for Billy Crystal. They held a weapon on how not to play the position. He is such a Mr. Softy that he can't play back-to-back. With a big dog touch. It makes me want to puke in my mouth. Ben Maller, it's his way or nothing. Can you repeat that for the people who slow in the back of the room? But you already knew that. Yes. You're straight. You're listening to the Ben Maller Show. Yeah. Live from the Fox Sports Radio studios. Here he is, Ben Maller. A star on the with convenient installation options like mobile tire installation, TireRack.com. The way tire buying should be. So our lead this hour from Pro Bouncy Ball and a surprise from the Cream City. And if you didn't see this, perhaps a big shake-up. Oh my God, a big shake-up. Although the guy wasn't play anyway.
Shake
Next
it.
season, if you didn't see it from Pro Bouncy Ball, Dame time has ended. No more Dame time, at least for the Bucks, if you have not heard. And maybe
Dame
you'll miss it
time.
here. The Milwaukee Bucks have said bye-bye to one of their star players. No, they did not trade Dame. They did not trade Giannis. But they did leave many around the NBA thunderstruck, as it is game over for Dame Lillard there, and see you later. They agreed to a 4-year contract, $107 million for former Indiana Pacers center Miles Turner. You might remember he played for the Pacers for the longest amount of time of anyone currently on the Pacers. They were in the NBA Finals, and he was the top free agent on the market, and he is no longer at market. He has come off the
30-minute
market.
episode. Now I know what's up.
Did not
Milwaukee
have enough cap space to sign Miles Turner. So
lost
they
the guy.
circumvented the salary cap, proving yet again the cap is crap even in the NBA. And so they created the necessary room to add Miles Turner by waiving Damian Lillard. He was
get who they
fired
want. They
by
get
the
rid of-
Milwaukee Bucks. Now, of course, in the NBA, when you're an all-star and you've got a decorated resume, they call it release. They don't say you're fired. They say
Damn.
it's release. Milwaukee will pay him more than $110 million. That's guaranteed money. The final 2 years of the contract.
Oh, I got some
And it's
Anakin
essentially
Skywalker
a
stuff to
dead
watch
cat
there.
hit.
Okay, I'll see
Something
you.
that happens quite a bit in the NFL world is happening now in basketball. So Damian Lillard